Hi guys, Skinsfanatic here. Just a quick reminder before we get started on tonight's show that if you haven't already, please go down the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Throw me a few likes. Be much appreciated. All right, guys, enjoy the show. Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skins Fanatic Live. Put your 2 1s up and raise your cups up. Skins Fanatic's back, so prepared to get jacked up. Started out here in the TTC, while repping my team. Shout out to the B&G. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skins Fanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit it like it's summer, got the goods here, boy. Ooh, hey, what is good, everybody? Welcome to Skins Fanatic Live, the week 2 show. And what a week! Last week was the opening week of the season. We saw the Washington football team come back in dramatic fashion to defeat the Philadelphia Eagles. 30, I've forgotten the score. Was it 30 to 17, I believe? 27 to 17. Just a great display of the culture that we're building. To come back from 17 points down seemed unlikely in the very early stages of the game. It was one of those things. I sat there and I thought to myself, not much has changed here, has it? This is where we're getting served the same shit. And I got a little bit upset with myself for actually having optimism about the team this year. And it was in a blink of an eye, it all turned back around, and we were happy as a pig in shit. And we had ourselves one of those old-fashioned games where I was actually having fun. I was having fun again. It was amazing. It was a great way to start the season. We definitely stuck it up the doubters. I thought anyway. Anyone who doubted that we were going to win more than one game this year, well, we've already covered that. So we've got our one win. And the way that the defense played last week, I'm expecting a lot more wins this season. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring in Crazy Brave. He definitely is feeling the hype from last week's win. We're going to talk some more about this game that transpired on the early hours of Monday morning here in Australia. So, Crazy Brave, welcome.
Good day, viewers. Good day, Skins Fanatic. What a game it was last Monday morning here, week 1 of the NFL. The Washington football team beating the Philadelphia Eagles in convincing fashion. Doug Peterson having the biggest brain fart of the NFL season so far. What was he thinking? Calling 3 timeouts with 30 seconds to go in the first half, thinking he's going to bloody score a touch, get some points, and then he comes out and throws 3 straight bombs. The disrespectful little prick. And Ron Rivera had the right answer for him, and Washington came out stronger in the second half and demoralised Philadelphia, and they're asking questions now as the season continues. What a win!
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they got more questions to answer than we ever did. Right now, the Eagles, Doug Peterson, what an arrogant piece of shit. We all know how he loves to go forward on fourth down, and he did it to us last year in week 1. And when John Bostic came through and smashed Carson Wentz on that fourth down, 4th and 4. What a play! What a play!
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah. Nah.
You know,
Eh, I think Jack Del Rio played, called an awesome defensive, uh, had a great defensive game plan. New coaches, the rookies all played their part. It was just a great all round game.
yeah. Well, the thing that I noticed, what was apparent was that the coaching staff made the correct adjustments that needed to be made in this game. Um, you know, I'm not going to sit here and we're not going to talk about all the ex-coach or the ex-coaches we've had the last couple of years, but I think one of the things we struggled with was making that adjustment. Um, we seem to always be the team that would build the lead up, or if we did have a lead at halftime, going into that halftime locker room was always really a nervous time. Because if you know the game of the NFL game, it's a tale of two tapes. You got the first half, second half can be a completely different ball game. As soon as you go into those tunnels, who knows what's going to happen when you come back out for that second half. For us to come out like we had made some adjustments, and we had a little bit of momentum there going into it, and then Peterson's arrogance there at the end of the half probably just fired us up a little bit more, to be honest.
Sure,
And
absolutely.
he thought he was going to put 50 on us. He did. He thought he was going to put 50 on us, um, but it wasn't to be. I mean, the defense was showing signs in the early stages of that game. I just want to go back to the beginning of the game. It was very disappointing to start off the season on a 3-and-out, and then have Carson Wentz march down the field, put 7 on.
Yeah.
It didn't look good then, but it's only the start of the game.
No.
Getting that, but I was definitely sitting there going, "Fuck, here we go again." And then the in a blink of an eye, it was 17-0, and then we had that 3rd and 22. Um, we'd made a couple of great plays. We got a sack on that drive. Yes, 3rd and 22, and Carson Wentz, airs it out to the young fella, makes a great play, and you saw the first hat throw of the season for me, to be honest.
Well, look, I did tell our viewers last week to make sure that they do strap in. You can find yourself down early in the opening game of the season, and there's lots of emotions. And we were lucky enough that we did come back from that 17, but it didn't feel good at 17-0 down. But all Washington fans should have been prepared for it. And look, we obviously know that we've got a long way to go because, or we may not, but we can get to that. Look, there's a lot of reasons to be very excited about this team.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I wasn't watching live, um, but I would not have liked to have seen all the Twitters, or the Twitter, or the tweets on Twitter that night. I can just imagine. I was enraged. I can only imagine what was happening to everyone else. You know, it felt like much of the same to me. I guess
Oh,
the
yeah.
we didn't have flags and things like that popping out everywhere. Though I was very disappointed with Landon Collins and his extra shove on the sideline. We all know in today's game that you don't get away with that. And
Some
probably
silly penalties early on.
I thought
Definitely.
he should have sat in for a couple of plays after that. Or it's the type of shit that we just don't need anymore on our football team. It's just dumb shit like that. But
uh,
that was probably the only bonehead, penalty, apart from the illegal touching. Um, you know, but in the heat of the moment, you're running down the side of the field and you're going for that ground, that punt. He probably didn't even think that he went out of bounds first. So I can't remember who was number 32.
yeah, yeah. That was ridiculous. I can't.
It's a bit of a shit rule. He got pushed out. It is a shit
I
rule. It's a shit,
know.
very
Yeah, I
shit rule.
thought that. I thought when you get pushed out that you're allowed to come back.
Well, that's right. He didn't do it on purpose. Like if you run out on the
No,
sideline by yourself and
that's
run to
right.
the back of the bench and then come out of the back of the end
That's
zone,
right. And he's got to
that's the
meet.
rule.
He's got to get back in field as quickly as possible. And so maybe they ruled that he didn't. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, look, the the two bonehead defensive penalties. I think, yeah, obviously Landon Collins and well, obviously the
Troy Apke's
helmet,
penalty, which I thought
illegal
was
use of the head
bullshit.
on Apke was a little. I can't. I was a bit 50-50 on that call. I mean, it was hard for him to pull out of that one.
Yeah.
Um, he did. He did come down, and then he, look, heat of the moment, battle of the game.
No, I thought it was a shit call. I didn't like the call.
Yeah,
That might be the rules, but they were both. No, I don't know. They were both sort of leaning down. Uh, he's gone to protect himself, to embrace the hit.
yeah,
You know, and
yeah. He's a safety. God damn it, and
yeah,
oh, you know, I look. I thought the officiating was good. About
yeah,
good 7.3 out of 10. Not too,
yeah.
not the worst.
Yeah,
So
agreed. No, agreed. I totally agree.
yeah,
The penalty count was low. It was actually low, league wide. Um,
yeah, yeah. I mean, look, you can get different referees. I mean, our guys hit Carson Wentz pretty good, and one of his sacks he got his neck crunched.
mm,
Um,
yeah, he
Pretty
did.
savagely, and it was a great hit. And sometimes if that flag comes out on that play, there's nothing you can do.
No, no.
But
Well,
Carson Wentz, he ducked into it.
he did. He saw it coming, and he got into the fetal position. Um,
Yeah,
and I think there was
yeah.
one
I
that
mean,
said,
and look, well, thank God there were no jokers um, in the wearing the zebra shirts that day.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
and
no,
this is the way that the season can go. I mean, at the moment, the Washington football team are doing everything right, and we're going to get some calls, and we're going to get some love around the NFL season soon.
yeah. Well, the respect will have to be earned. You can't just earn it after one game, or we need to keep applying, um, what we've done so far, and then apply some different things. I mean, we've got a lot to work on still. We as fans, we can get carried away, and be excited about that week one victory, but I just hope in hell that you know um, the players and the owners aren't right now bathing in their own shit, because you know we've we've still got a lot of work to do. The offense was, we had like four straight three and outs to start the game. Um, you know, Haskins, he looked very shaky at times, and I'll get to Haskins later. But yeah, like we've got a few things with the defense looks big. You know, Troy Apke looked
Yeah,
like it might be a little bit of a concern early on, but he did make adjustments. And
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, look,
it wasn't an issue.
um, obviously our game plan and our play has some work to do. Dwayne Haskins didn't look very sharp early on. Um, and you know, uh, the running game looked, like it did have a big play in it, but we couldn't quite get one. Um, so it's all there. It's there for us. We're not uh, struggling. It didn't look like we were struggling with any of the plays. Haskins ran a smooth game plan, and I mean, I it was hard to not be impressed with his total game. Easy to get frustrated early on, but you knew what when watching it when we fell behind that we were going to see him make a play, try and get us back in the game, and he did with his big 23-yard scramble or 17-yard scramble or whatever it was, picking up the first down, and we got our offense on a roll, and hopefully we can get things like that established early, and he can get some rapport with his receivers, and these things will become second nature, and then we'll be able to put drives on in the middle of the game, because right now we just seem to be like uh, the Seattle Seahawks when um, Russell Wilson Russell Wilson was a rookie. He's only making plays when he has to at crucial moments, and
Yeah,
and
the defense was carrying them, and yeah, pretty
yeah,
much. Oh look, well, I mean, I'll take that. I mean, they went to the playoffs that year, so
oh, for sure, yeah,
I mean, um, yeah. Look, I think the um, the thing that we saw with Haskins last season, we saw in this game um, on Monday was that when when we when we need to make a play, when we need to score, he gets the job done. He gets the job done.
he's starting. He's That's right. I mean, already in his young career now, I think we can say he has three come from behind victories from about 8 starts,
Eight starts.
and how many starts?
Watching that
How many starts?
two, it might be. It's eight. That was his
Oh,
eight.
okay, yeah. Yeah. It might be okay. He's got a lot. He's got three come from behind victories, and we always see that come up in the statistic with all these jazzy quarterbacks around the league, and how many come from behind victories. And right now, it appears that Dwayne Haskins can get the job done.
Yeah, he's clutch. I think he's clutch. I think he's a baller. He knows when to make the plays when we need him. Like when Fabian Moreau intercepted that ball. We all knew right then we need right now we need seven or three. We're getting points here or we're not winning this game. And
Yeah,
Haskins was like, well, we're getting seven, boys. Hop on, hop on the bus. I'll take you to the end zone. We're getting seven. And he hit Logan Thomas in the back of the end zone. Beautiful play,
beautiful pass.
wide open Logan Thomas. And it was good. Jeez, it fucking felt good.
Great play concept from Scott Turner.
It
Just
was.
lovely.
It was beautiful, beautiful drawn up play. Um, and then what happened after that? I haven't looked.
And then we went into the halftime. Oh, actually, we we were trailing 17-7 before the half, and we made another quick 3-and-out, and then punted. Um, and no, sorry, Doug Peterson was calling his timeouts during, that that scoring drive, and then he throws three Hail Mary passes before halftime, and he just lost his brain. I thought he had a Madden controller in his hand. Um, Unbelievable. and that didn't settle him down. He comes out in the second half and gets his quarterback dropping back, throwing another pass that's intercepted. This time it was Moreland with the interception, and he almost scored, and that put us in a good position. And we next play, Dwayne Haskins hits Sims Jr. at the 2 yard line, and Barber takes it in for the touchdown, and it was 17-14. Philadelphia. I can't hear.
I disappeared.
Yes. Yeah, and we were just yes. So I was just saying that well, you left me on live
Yeah, I fucked up.
TV. Yeah.
I fucked up.
Mm.
Thought I was still on the air, and I'm looking at stats, and then I realised that I wasn't there. Yeah. No, sorry. I've got the stats here. I'm still live right now. So I was just saying that, yeah, that touchdown after just before the half, Logan Thomas's touchdown was when Dickhead was calling all these timeouts, wasn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then throws 3 Hail Marys after the kickoff.
Yeah.
And
blew out Sean Jackson's hamstring again, on whatever he's done.
Oh, he was unbelievable. Some of the worst play calling. Well, not some of the worst play calling. Actually, yes, it was some of the worst play calling I've seen. Just horrible, and it was a joy to watch. Real classic stuff. Real make you feel good in on Monday morning kind of thing. Watching someone else.
It just went downhill from there. I mean, they went 3-out on their next possession of this third quarter.
Yeah.
Punted the ball. Okay, well, we went 3-out as well, and then punted.
Yeah. But I mean, mind you, the
gets it back on his second possession of the third quarter and throws that interception to Jimmy Moore.
The Washington defense was starting to wear out Philadelphia.
Oh, big time.
You know,
and hopefully that's the trend that we just do all year, is just wear everybody out. I mean,
yeah.
I haven't seen a player on the edge in this franchise like I saw, on the weekend with the rookie, Chase Young. I mean, he was just bloody exciting to watch, wasn't he? You just watched it. I couldn't get my eyes off him. I was just like, he was just ripping around the corner, and then when he got to Wentz, like, he gets a strip sack in his first game. He got, I don't know if they mentioned this, but he got 2 strip sacks, because that one at the end, when Ryan Kerrigan picked it up, that's a strip sack. That's a.
Oh, there was. Look, he was involved in everything. There was a few penalties on some plays that came back and things of that nature, and he may have. Sorry.
The one when KPL picked it off, and it came back when Chase Young, and he got behind Wentz and it popped up in the air. That was brilliant. Although it came back, but that was like, he just blew up the tackle. And,
Yeah, and it was very, very encouraging, and also making a great play in the secondary was young Cameron Curl coming up and sniffing out the screenplay. Hoo-wee! Yeah, that's how you make a name for yourself.
It is.
Making plays like that.
Cam Curl. and if it had been for Priest, I hadn't really heard of Cam Curl. You know,
No,
and
no, we didn't hear too much about him. He was a late draft pick, and good on him. And that's how you make a name for yourself, coming up and making a big play, stopping
well,
behind the line of scrimmage. And he makes another play like that next week.
oh,
People
it'll be a
start
better.
taking notice.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, we should be
I
very
mean, he's
pleased.
no Chase Young, not yet, but very, very impressive to see. Not just Chase Young. We had our other rookies making an impact. Gibson getting his hands on the ball and showing a few flashes.
Yeah, absolutely. I said that in one of our earlier shows. Like we need somebody to emerge that we might not know. Um, you know, somebody just to come out of the blue and be like a great player. Um, and maybe that's Cam Curl. Maybe it's not. Um, maybe his one play
Who's Yeah,
will be his one play.
that's right.
You
It
know,
could be.
but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He made some good plays.
Yeah,
Made a couple of good plays. I know
that's
he's been
right.
around the ball a lot. So
Well, we know that we can pretty confidently say that Chase Young is a dominant player, is going to be a dominant player, is going to change games, and it's very good draft pick for the Washington football team, and it's only going to bring uh, joy to the fan base.
oh, 100%. I mean, I don't know if people had doubts about his ability. Um, I don't. Will he be the dominant player? He wasn't. He didn't get a sack in his last couple of college games and all this shit. It's clearly evident that he is what he is. And he's a monster, and he's fast, strong, and he's young as shit. So you better get used to it because he's going to be terrorizing quarterbacks in the NFC East for many of years to
Yeah,
come.
yeah, and we're going to see that already this weekend with a, a huge matchup. Uh, Rookie uh, Chase Young up against second year quarterback Kyler Murray, also versus Dwayne Haskins, who he beat out for the Heisman Trophy. And it's just going to be just a great game to see all our young players going up against another um, young, exciting NFL team, and this could be the the matchup that we see in the future years, the big matchup,
Could be.
Washington versus Arizona.
Yeah, you could be right. Shit, it could be a playoff preview.
Well, it very well might be that. You know, these two teams might have some history in the coming
That's true.
years.
Starting this Sunday.
That's
Uh,
correct.
yeah, you might be right. I mean, it's our first look at Murray. Obviously, we didn't play Arizona last year. We didn't get to check out many of their games because let's face it, no one really wants to watch Arizona games. Um, but you know, he's he's going to be the test. He's little, but he's very elusive. He's fast. Get out the pocket, get outside. Um, he's going to have our linebackers working. Um, Disappointed to hear Cole Holcomb's out. He's probably our fastest linebacker. But uh, you know, we've got to be careful not to over pursue and leave DeAndre Hopkins wide open.
Damn.
Yeah, bless you.
That feels better. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's going to be very interesting what kind of game plan. Obviously, we know what game plan Jack Del Rio and Ron Rivera will be running, and that is what they said when they bought the team, was this defense is going to attack on the way to the quarterback. So that is what we are going to see on uh, against the Arizona Cardinals. We're going to see the same thing we saw against against Philadelphia Eagles. Make no mistake, this Washington football team is out to, um, you know, make a name for itself this season, and I'm very excited about what it could bring if it comes true with another strong performance this week.
Absolutely. No, it's a big test. It's a big test. I mean, like the Eagles in the wash up have come out looking like a pretty shitty team. Um, they might be the team that might only win 2 games this year. Um, so I hope that wasn't just the case that we just beat the worst team in the NFL. Um, we need to prove that we can beat some of the better teams now. Because we've got the shitty Browns next week, and I'm expecting to beat them just quietly. We'll get to that later. We won't get ahead of ourselves, but I did predict that the football team will be 3-0, and obviously to get to 3-0, we have to beat Arizona, and it's going to be a good test. And if we don't walk away winners, right, as long as there's we're in this game, there's effort. Um, we look like we're going to play again next week and give that a go, um, rather than we're going to talk about all the things that didn't go right, bury the coach and bury the DC and bury the OC and all this shit. That's
Well,
what
it's very frustrating losing a football game. I'm not going to be one of those players one of those fans who lose the plot. No,
no,
I
I say we, but I didn't really mean us. I mean
yeah, I know that.
the base. Yeah,
I know that. I know. Crazy Brave. He's like Santana Moss. He's in his own box. He knows that.
yeah, because we've seen it before. The over, everyone gets overexcited about, oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
when
right.
they go to plan, it's like, oh, he's not very good. It's like, well, you blew him up in lights last week for no reason.
Yeah.
To,
Well, I
to
mean,
see.
I gave the warning out in last week's show for people to strap in that we could be down. I may have even said 17-0. We'll have to go back to last week's show. So, I mean, I am aware that we have to be cautious, and I'm not going to. I'm just not ready to tell you, our viewers, what I think is going to happen this week. I just
Well,
make
you've only
to
got.
make that. I just have a big prediction. I have a massive
Why,
prediction.
why are you holding back on your big prediction? I mean, in half an hour, it's Sunday here. Um, we're literally 2 sleeps away from the game. You probably only have 1 sleep. No, you'll be up
I may have just phrased that wrong. I'm not.
48 hours.
Yeah, I may have just phrased that wrong.
Well, don't
There's
hold
there's
back.
no holding back from the viewers. No,
So, do you have a prediction? Do you have
no, I
something?
do. Oh,
Well,
on the
let me
game, yeah. I think no, in the context that we're talking, no,
Okay. Well, we are going to break down
yeah, we can
um,
break down our predictions later.
the picks, our footy picks for
I'm just talking about the long haul. I'm talking about the season, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to break down the whole season now because it's a long story. Okay.
Okay. No,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. Yeah, a long story.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Um,
which
we
the viewers don't want to get into Dan Snyder again tonight. Okay, so we're not going to go down there.
Yeah, well, I have just had a look. I'm having a look now at the leaderboard of the Super Brew, and I can tell you it's looking good. Skinsfanatic's picking at 76%. Um, in case anyone was wondering, I only got 4 games wrong. I've only got 4 games wrong this whole entire season, um, and it's a pretty good strike rate for me at the moment. Um, do you care to share? Uh,
Yes, I had. I think I had 7 wrong this week, and in Crazy Brave punting, I hit 2 out of 10, so I'm hitting 20% there, a little bit below our number that we expected to hit. But don't forget to head over to crazybrave.74.com to get your latest picks for week 2, and we are hoping to improve. The picks will be out tomorrow morning. They have been made, and we're just waiting on the publisher to put them through onto the website, where you can follow that there. Where we look like making up from last week's 2 from 8 performance.
yep. And as you can
And
see
there
there,
is
I
the.
have a 4 point lead over. That is
Okay, so I
Vince
had
King.
11.
Yeah, yep. That's
Excellent.
including the week 1 Browns. Sorry,
True.
third.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So
Correct.
that's
So, no, I was right. I had 10.
yeah.
I got 10 right last week.
But look, it's early days, and you can see, especially in the NFL, there's lots of games, and you can catch up. You can catch up
Oh,
pretty
it's
quickly.
excellent. No, well done. Skinsfanatic 81 with an outstanding week 1 prediction. And we might have to get you on crazybrave74.com punting a little later in the season with a celebrity pick if Crazy Brave doesn't start picking winners.
Well, like I said, when you're picking it 74%, you know, it's worth a consideration. Sorry, 76%. Definitely, um, you know,
Wow.
definitely worth gloating about. If I can keep going at that rate, then yes, come and see me. I will tell you who is going to win.
That's very good.
Pretty happy with that first round. I knew I had to come on here
No, you should.
and
Look,
tell the world.
I think good punters um, should be looking at anywhere between 10 to. Uh, sorry, how many games were there? There were 16 games, weren't there?
Yeah,
You, I think a good punter should be looking at 10 to 14, but to hit, I think 12 out of 16 like you did on the opening weekend of the NFL, you should be very happy with that.
yeah, I was very happy. I was very disappointed that I picked the shitty Giants. Um, yeah, that was a bad pick. I don't know why I picked them.
You
The
picked the
Giants.
Giants, yeah.
I did. I did.
Okay, fair enough. No, that's okay.
Yeah, that's
Look,
all
I'll
right.
tell you what. I will let us know when we're going to break down the picks. Otherwise,
Well, we might just go ahead and do that now if you want to.
if
While
you want
we're
to
on the show.
go ahead and yeah, let's go ahead and break down, bring some more excitement to the show,
Yeah, why not?
and let's drum roll.
Yep. Oh, sorry, I'm just bringing up what I've got. So get your picks ready. It's time to reveal your picks. Show us your. This segment's called "Show Us Your Picks." Um,
Yes, it might be time for a new segment. I think.
yeah, show us your picks.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, I did pick the Cleveland Browns to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. I had them winning by a margin of two, and they won by five. So I actually got the points on that. The margin points, half a point. Okay, so we have. Just trying to figure out which is the home team first. Rams at home. So it's the Los Angeles Rams at the Philadelphia Eagles. I've got the Rams winning this one by 13 points.
13.
Yeah, only 13 for some reason.
Okay.
I think Philadelphia have a lot of soul searching to do, and they're going to have to just play a little bit more hard this week. Yeah, and they're at home.
Okay. I like that. Yep. I have the Los Angeles Rams by 10.
Okay. So you've got those close to me. So that's fair enough. That's fine. The next game we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Dallas Cowboys. I've got Dallas winning this game by a margin of 3 points.
I have the Cowboys by. I have the Cowboys by 3.
Okay, good decision, good call. Both week one losers, so there will be a winner there after that. Okay.
Yes.
Jacksonville Jaguars at Tennessee Titans. I've got Tennessee winning one by 6.
I have the Titans by 12.
Right. We haven't had a disagreement yet. Big news out of San Francisco is their Kettle, the tight end, is out for 2 weeks. The San Francisco Giants are travelling to New York Jets. Don't think it's going to matter. 49ers losing last week. Not going to sit well in the Bay Area. So I've got them winning this one by 17 points.
17.
Yeah, 49ers by 17 over the Jets.
Yeah, I have the 49ers by 16 points.
Oh, very, very good. You hacked into my tipping something. The Buffalo Bills traveling to the Miami Dolphins. Give me the Bills by 10 in this one.
And I have the Buffalo Bills by 7.
I might have to change my picks. Nah, joking. Nah, I haven't locked anything in yet though. Minnesota Vikings at the Indianapolis Colts. I got the chart. I keep thinking it's the Chargers. I got Minnesota winning this one by 14 points.
Okay, yeah, I have the Vikings by a slim margin of 3.
Yeah, Philip Rivers. I think Old Man River might be. Getting a bit old. Couple of costly picks last week. Didn't look pretty. Okay, so we've got the Giants at the Chicago Bears. Bears, the big comeback last week in Detroit. We've got the Chicago Bears winning this one by 9 points.
Yeah, I think this might be our first disagreement. I see the Giants striking back, and I have got New York Giants by 6 points.
Yep. No, you never know. Maybe Daniel Jones doesn't shit the bed this week. Okay. Carolina Panthers at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This was a tough one for me. I got Tampa Bay by 7. Just thought, yeah, Tampa Bay aren't going to go 2-0, are they? 0-2, are they? Probably.
The retirement village doesn't have to go on a field trip this weekend, and I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning by 3.
There you The Denver Broncos at
At
the
James
Pittsburgh
Murphy retirement home.
Raymond James. I mean Raymond James retirement home. That's the name of the stadium, Raymond James Stadium.
Oh, Raymond James, not James Murphy. Yeah, Raymond James.
Yeah. Okay, Denver at Pittsburgh. I've actually got Pittsburgh winning this by 15 points. Ben Roethlisberger was on fire last week. Did you see some of his passes?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. At this stage as well, I mean, none of my picks are locked in until Monday morning, but I have the Pittsburgh Steelers by 15. Oh, sorry, 13.
So, yeah, well, I've got him by 15. So I thought
Yep.
you had the same as me there for a minute.
No.
Yeah, no, good pick. The Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. I've got Green Bay by 8 points. Aaron Rodgers, another stellar performance from him last week too. He looked on fire against Minnesota. So it's hard to go past Green Bay at home against Detroit.
Yep. I have the Green Bay Packers adding misery to the Lions after a last second defeat. And I have the Packers uh, by 10.
Okay, yeah, I've got them by 8. So very similar picks we've got going on here.
Maybe
I've got
Crazy Brave might be up for winning some money this week, seeing
yeah,
you hit 75%.
make no bones about it. That's actually 76%.
76.
Yeah. I have okay. Next, we have the Washington football team at the Arizona Cardinals. I've got Washington winning by 10 points.
10. Yep, I have the Washington football team by 2 points to be
Yeah.
2-0.
2-2-2.
2.
All right. Oh, here's the next one. I've got Kansas City Chiefs at the San Diego Chargers. San Diego, sorry, the Los Angeles Chargers. Um, Chargers opening up in their new stadium. Um, Saw the Rams christen it last week, but this is the Chargers' turn. I've got Kansas City by 24.
So you have the Chargers by 24 points.
I have Kansas City by 24 over the Chargers.
Oh, okay. All right, correct. Okay. Yes, I have the Kansas City Chiefs by 6.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't. I probably didn't give the Chargers much respect, but there's not going to be a crowd. So if there was a
Hey,
crowd,
you make hey,
I'll give
if
the
you want
Chargers.
to review your picks at any stage before Monday, that is before kickoff, that is allowed. But yep,
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
stage,
I get that. I get that. But I kind of feel now we're laying it down here on live stream. Feels a bit wrong to change. Anyway, we'll see.
no, you've got to have your picks in live for sure.
Yeah. Baltimore Ravens at the Houston Texans, and I've got Baltimore winning this one by 17 points. Baltimore
Yes,
favourite.
yeah, I have the Ravens by 13. Well, I can't see. I don't know. Houston weren't that impressive last week against the Chiefs, and it probably looks like they're headed for more misery.
Yeah. Well, they've got one of the
But don't
worst.
count them out.
They've
They
got one of the
did
worst.
come back from 0-5 last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did something like that. They turned it around. Deshaun
Mm-hmm.
Watson got red hot at the end, back into the season, and they got hot. But I don't. I just think their coach is just a dumbass. Um, yeah. So moving on. New England Patriots at the Seattle Seahawks. I have Seattle by 6 in this one.
Yeah, I am taking Cam Newton and Bill Belichick's New England Patriots by 5 this week
Yeah, yeah. No,
in my
this
pick of the round.
game could go either way. Seattle's first home game of the season. Um, had a pretty good win last week. New England only beat the shitty Dolphins. Yeah, no, I like Seattle, but I wouldn't ever count out Bill Belichick and his Patriots. Fuck. Okay.
Well, the word on the street is that the Miami Dolphins tried to rip off Cam Newton's jewelry in last week's game, and I expect Cam Newton to come out very fired up against this imaginary Seahawks fan base that he'll be facing on Sunday, and really rub it in with another 2 touchdowns.
Maybe Cam Newton shouldn't dress like fucking Mr. T when he plays football. I don't know.
Yes.
Something to bring in consideration, perhaps. Okay, we've got New Orleans Saints traveling to the Las Vegas Raiders to open up their new stadium. I have the New Orleans Saints winning this one by 10 points. Raiders had a good win last week, though, so who knows?
Okay, I have the Saints by 11, but that may be reviewed. All my picks may be reviewed,
Yeah.
except for you will see my final gambling picks on crazybrave.com 74.
That's www.crazybrave74.com.
Correct.
You'll see Crazy's top 5, and there will be pie charts so you can track his um, percentages. I believe there will be pies. That is it. That was that it. That is all of them.
That may be it.
That's Monday Night Football, Saints and the Raiders.
That is it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, pretty good. Pretty close picks between me and you. I think we only had a couple that we didn't agree on, but didn't disagree on them either. So, there wasn't anything there. It makes me wonder what will happen, who will surprise us on Monday morning. There's always a team that you wake up and whatever, and fuck, you know, down
It's off its
17.
head.
They're down
It's off
17.
its head. Crazy Brave punting is going through the roof.
Yeah. Okay. Did you win any money on the games last week?
No, we lost all our money on Monday in week 1. We're looking to get it back. It was but we had great fun. All our viewers, all my subscribers, anyone who followed, we all lost our money together.
And that's what it's all about. Hashtag together.
Oh, it was close.
You win
It
together.
was close. We had some bad beats with the we'll talk about it later.
No, that's fine. You can talk about it now because we aren't having a very long show tonight. So if you've got something to say, and then you can say it now. If you don't, you don't have to.
Well, out of the 5 picks offered on Crazy Brave 74.com, we only hit on half of those 5 games. In other words, on the over, where we got over 48.5 points and over 50 in the Packers game in the I believe the third game might have been the Chargers and the Bengals, but there were no winners, unfortunately.
So yeah. Well, it was an interesting game. The one on Thursday, Bears, the Browns, and the Bengals. I know you weren't talking about that game, but I just thought about it then. Joe Burrow, he looks all right, young Joe. He's very young.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a good pass on him. He gets the ball out quite fast, and They're not going to win too many games this year, the Bengals, unfortunately. But
No, I mean he's got to grow. He's still um, you can hear his snap at the line of scrimmage. His voice changes sometimes. Like he's still a little um, timid young man, and it's going to take time for him. He's definitely got the skill though, but will he have the time to develop it in the NFL is the big question.
mm,
I'd probably say yes. You know, he may come out next year looking like Dwayne Haskins, who now looks like one of the biggest quarterbacks in the NFL. Um, it's amazing seeing Dwayne Haskins the way he looks this year. Stands head and shoulders above most of the quarterbacks that I watched on in week one.
yeah,
Just the size of him, and he's just got the ability to just sling that ball anywhere he wants. It is happy days.
oh, yeah, absolutely. No, I agree, and we didn't see it on Monday. Him attempt too many, deep balls to Terry, but it's coming. It will
Oh,
come.
there were no, there weren't too many flash plays, but definitely what just looking at the, the physical size of him and the way he's going to dominate
Yeah.
his opponents is quite obvious in the future years, and the future is definitely bright.
Oh, sure.
And I have the Washington football team beating the Arizona Cardinals this week.
Oh, well, we went through the picks. I've got them winning by 10. You've got them winning by 2. I don't care if they win by half a point.
Yeah.
It's all about getting them dubs, And
Yes.
it's like, and this is what I love about, you know, when your team starts off 1-0, it's you're amped up for week 2, and then if you win in week 2, you're amped up for week 3. If you start off the season 0-3, 0-4, 0-5, it really becomes hard to find optimism.
Well, definitely. Yeah, you have to you have to lead your way with your own narrative, and you know, being 1-0 gives us an advantage. And then even on the other hand, we have all three of our division opponents losing as well. So now, early on in the season, we're already we have a 2 game span over the division, whereas we can lose next week, and it's not going to drop.
Yeah, no,
We don't want to lose next week, but it takes a 2 game losing streak for the Redskins to currently lose their top spot in the division. And I just want to get on top of the roof and dance, folks. Yes.
oh, I tell you what, I was just fucking pumped. I was just pumped after that win. Oh, I had to go. I had to go straight to sleep afterwards, so I could go to work that night. And my heart was pumping out of my chest. I was like, "Fuck, what am I going to do?" and
Well,
when
Scrappy, and because you might need to go and see a doctor and get some heart medicine because it's back on.
Ticker's good. I'm just saying, I was just full of
Yeah,
adrenaline.
no, I know.
It was down to the it was down to the wire. Like until we kicked that field goal, I started to just finally breathe a little bit. And yeah, it was
Now you see me. Now you don't.
yeah, good one. Yeah, no, it was brilliant. I hadn't felt that feeling, watching the football team play like that, for ages. Even in the wins last year, it was like I wanted to see them win, but it didn't really mean anything, did it? When you already lost
Yep.
9 games.
No, there was lots and lots of passion. Um, Everyone put in a more than 100% effort, and it was just evident, and the excitement, the players throwing themselves around there, making plays,
Mm,
was just awesome. It was just great to see. The trailing by, trailing 17-0, and we take an interception on the sideline, and you could hear how revved up the players were over the interception, and you could tell that they did have the passion in them. And in the end, it was evident, and they were the better team. And Washington finds themselves 1-0 on top of the NFC East. Um,
Special,
we
special.
haven't heard from the Giants Mafia. He hasn't popped his head in tonight. He may come in maybe next week.
I did watch a couple of the Giants fans videos this week. I actually spent 5 days just catching up on everything that I may have missed.
So they may be in here tonight.
No. No saying I was watching Cop Pizzle and I was watching
Yeah,
Bad,
yeah, yeah.
all those boys, and yeah,
Oh, they're welcome to come in if they want.
yeah.
I mean, they know what happens. They usually get served
I did have a
in
bit
a
of
friendly way.
some Eagles videos before the game, and told them that we're going to win on Sunday, and they all laughed at me. But I didn't go back to them and say "told you so." I didn't say a word because actions speak louder than words, and the actions. I just watched their videos of them crying about how shit their team is, giving up 8 sacks. I'm surprised Carson Wentz. He looked like he was about to cry. I mean, I reckon Carson Wentz, when he got back to Philadelphia, he cried in the car on the way home, and probably told his
Yeah.
wife that he's considering quitting because he just got beat up. He
He
just
looked like a beaten man.
he looked like a pathetic child. Uh,
And Doug
just,
Peterson didn't help him with his play calling.
no, he just let him out there. He just left him out there to die.
Oh, it was great. Bostic coming up in the middle on the arrogant prick, going for it on fourth down. Uh, you know, we know he does, but so does Ron Vera.
Um, cheers to Ryan Kerrigan for breaking becoming the all-time
Yes, and
sacks
Ryan
leader.
Kerrigan, congratulations.
And I like to say that I've seen every one of them sacks.
Mm,
Pretty
that's
much.
right. Yep, we've seen them all.
Maybe I've fallen asleep during one of those blowout losses. But no, he's been great, Ryan Kerrigan, and he deserves it. He deserves the
That's right.
accolades.
And let's not forget the man record that he broke, Dexter Manley.
Oh, of course not. No, Dexter Manley,
No, I'm
he's
not. I
leads the
didn't. Oh,
way.
that's a way of shouting him out.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. No, it's not about. It's just about Ryan Kerrigan's been a great franchise player for the franchise. Great player for this franchise over his 10, 11 years, whatever it's been. Um, and yeah, records there. They're not always set in stone. Um, and Ryan Kerrigan probably said after the game, or Chase Young will probably own that record in 10 years' time.
Correct.
Right.
No, well, we've got many young players, and it's just great to see the older players showing leadership and just, I don't. I'm not going to say I hope we see it again, but I know we're going to see it again because this is our game plan now.
Yeah, get the quarterback, kill the quarterback.
Mm.
What about Montez Sweat though? How he may
Yeah,
play fourth down too,
Oh,
didn't he? He had that big fourth
yeah.
down play.
There's just
Peterson went for it twice on fourth down.
slowly we just have so many favourite players on this team. If they just keep making plays like that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we didn't see, Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat to me looked better in the game on Monday than he did in any game last year. He was phenomenal, and he's an absolute monster of a man. He's a beast. He's better on when he's on the defensive line than he is playing linebacker. See that much. What did you think of the whole uh, FedEx Field no fans? I thought the Dubden crowd noise was a little bit uh, off. Um, there's a few times there where the Eagles got a first down and the crowd cheered, and I thought, shit, is there a flag? And I was like, well, hang on, there's no crowd. Kind of, they didn't
Yeah,
really chime in well with what was actually happening on the field. I don't know if it was stadium noise or it was dubbed in from Fox Sports. Yeah, what did you make of that?
yeah. No, I quite enjoyed the game. I didn't. I mean, I obviously noticed some of the piped in sound, crowd noise that was coming in. Yeah, and it's obviously just a little play button, generic sound. So obviously it doesn't. Obviously, some of it sounds a little odd, but no, I was the Washington seemed very focused on their job at hand, and you know there were no distractions for them. Um, Not that fans bring distractions, I don't think, but that wasn't what I meant. I just meant, you know, they looked focused on their job, came out, and you know, really probably made more fans with their performance on Monday, and that's what they need to do. That's what moving forward, just keep, you know, showing everyone what the team is about, and they can make their choice if they want to come and support the team when it reopens and fans are allowed in.
Yeah, it was funny because I was listening to Kevin um, the other day. He made a good point about if there was actual fans in the stadium, um, we might not have even got down 17-0. Could you imagine if the stadium had, some fans in it? How more dominant our defense might have been. You know what I'm saying? Like the crowd would have been going nuts for that defense.
Oh, for sure. No, that's
And it,
that's right. I mean, to get the team back in third down situation and have your crowd roaring is something that hopefully this team can look forward to having. Definitely haven't had it for a long time. Uh, Including some of the later years of the Redskins franchise.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just thought like on that 3rd and 22, we might have made the stop. We might have got a bit of the crowd amped up and had a
Yeah,
false starts and
no, that's right. Oh look, yeah, it's back, and lots of things can happen, and that's why there are fans at the games when they can come, because it's full of excitement, and I can't wait to see what unfolds this Sunday.
oh, me too. It's one of the most exciting sports in the world, especially when you've got a team. You've got a team that is going to
Oh,
put
we've got a
everything.
team.
Yeah, so
We've got a team.
I
You
ain't going to
know,
crown them just yet, but I very happy with what transpired. in the later stages of that game on Monday. I'd like to see the running game and the pass protection be a bit better. I think
Yeah, I thought the schemes were okay. Yeah, and actually, Barber seemed to do his best in finding some holes. Looked like he might be. He was definitely probably for me the most impressive of the three backs. Gibson looked fast. He just uh, looked like a rookie. He was just stumbling on his feet a few times, and he'll be right. He just needs to find his comfort zone, and we've got some plays, um, you know, up our sleeve for him that we're going to bring out in at later stages of the season. And there's some players in the team that we don't necessarily know. Um, PME. Oh, yeah, that's okay. We've got some players on this team that you know we're going to get to know as the season goes on.
for sure, absolutely. Just getting back to Barber, I thought, Barber was great. He had good vision, um, and he made that hell of a play there at the end on fourth down, get that first down. At first, I was shitting myself. What the fuck have we caught here? But he made a great second effort to sort of get around that edge and get over that line. It was close. I didn't really like the early 3rd and 2 call. I think it was on the second drive. Um, a bit of a draw. I think it was like an RPO type draw thing. We just gone down 7-0. I spat me lolly about that call. I didn't like that call. We should have passed, but Barber ended up finishing strong and had some good runs. And of course, he had 2 touchdowns, so nothing to sneeze over there. He played well. And it's running back by committee, as Ron Rivera said a few weeks back anyway. So, and you definitely saw it. We're bringing people in, and each one of them brings something different. So it's very good. Very good. I like it. I like it a lot. And hats off to Adrian Pearson. Actually, had a very good game this week. But I'm
Yeah,
not
you
bitter.
did.
I'm not bitter. Or one of those people who said, "Well, we should have kept him." I trust Ron Rivera's decision to let him go, and I wish Adrian Pearson all the best. And he had an absolute blinder.
Oh
He still,
well, I mean, all we got to do is pick up the first down, and they get more yards. We didn't pick up the first downs, so these running backs will have their day.
absolutely, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to extending a few drives next week. We need to, we can't
And
keep
it
moving.
was very. I thought it was a pretty good coaching job.
Oh, it was. It was. Like I said at the beginning of the show, um,
Oh, of course there were a few little, you know,
the adjustments we made. We had to make adjustments, and we made adjustments, and that was good coaching. We applied pressure to the quarterback in the right times. The blitz on that 4-4 when Bostic smashed uh, passing Wentz. Like that's the type of shit that we need. We need that, you know. He came in
it was
and
very exciting seeing them, the defense just come through and not, put us in a situation where, they did score the touchdown and now they're going to kick a quick onside kick here. And, we got to the quarterback
yeah,
and got the turnover. Kerrigan
well,
scooped it up.
kind of just sat there at the end of the game, like with my hands on the back of my head, in the lounge, just going, "Oh, what a fucking win!" let's get out of here.
Yep.
Let's go.
And we'll be wearing our white uniforms this week.
Yeah, there's been calls for a white on white, and I take my hat off to the social media that they will probably um, listen to the fans this year when they say we want white on white uniforms or burgundy on burgundy. I think we'll see it this year. I think we'll see the white tops, white pants come out. Um, you know,
Right.
I think it's going to happen. So stay tuned. Personally, I'd rather see us wear it at home, since we're at home. If it's for the fans, do it at home. But, yeah, so
Yeah.
I think
No.
we're about.
Jerseys looked red hot.
Oh, they did. Everything looked red hot. The FedEx Field. I loved all the new turf and the new paint in the
Oh, it
outside.
was amazing. It's
Yeah,
awesome. What a
yeah,
week.
it was brilliant. It's very special. The Washington football team getting their first win as the football team. Special moment in history, really, of the franchise. If you've followed the franchise for as long as us, it was a special moment. It was full of emotion, and I'm happy as a pig in shit.
Oh,
So,
absolutely.
yeah, I think we are going to end the show right now. If that's unless you had something else that you wanted to add there, crazy bro.
Um, no, not really. I think we have touched on how exciting that win was, and obviously, you know, there is a little bit of nerves for this week two clash, but you see that we have both backed the Washington football team this week.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, we have. I'm going to pick them every week, to be honest. Unless we're getting down to nitty gritty. I need to win the tipping comp, and
Yeah, we're going to pick them every week.
you're pretty much going to pick them every week. You can guarantee a few.
We've got the rose. We've put the rose-coloured glasses back on here. We're going six. No, I'm only
I
stirring.
always pick my team. I always pick my team.
No,
My
it's nothing
theory
but
is if I
facts.
can, my theory
Yes.
is if I can pick all the other winners, and my team lets me down, then I've still got a pretty good score. So yeah. All right, Crazy Brave. Well, thank you for joining us this evening, and it's been a great show again, and we look forward to next week. Hopefully, we're back on Friday night. And
Yep.
yeah,
Awesome, Skinsfanatic. Yep. Enjoy the game, everyone out there. Peace.
yeah. All right, guys, that was Crazy Brave, and always a pleasure to have him on the show. As you know, it's his Saturday night. We didn't do a show last night; that was got postponed. But I hope you enjoyed it tonight, and stay tuned when the next show is dropping. Sorry, my throat is a bit hoarse. Um, Skinsfanatic, and stick around and watch the credits. And take it easy.